movie was absolutely amazing. Finally, a good horror movie because I haven't seen one in at least a few months. None of the ones I watched have been particularly bad. Well, that's a lie. There's been quite a few bad ones, but none of them have been exactly bad. But they haven't been amazing. They haven't got me hyped. This one was a really good movie. Hopefully, part 2 is just as good, but I seriously doubt it. It's probably just a cash grab. I will say I did not get the ending. I just don't understand the ending. Hopefully, somebody on YouTube has a better answer, or someone in the comments section. Because I did not understand the ending. There's a lot of things I liked about this movie that most movies don't do. I liked how when she confronted Juno, it's just not one of those typical super angry, pissed off person, and then the other person denying it and trying to manipulate them. It was just an oh shit face without even them saying oh shit. It was all in the facial expressions. That's seriously an underrated thing to do. It's personally one of my favorite things to do for acting is just have facial expressions. Like, you don't always have to have big dramatic moments with people arguing for 5 minutes. I really liked it. It was a very good choice. And I liked how she basically did the same thing to, I think it was, yeah, she did the same thing to Juno that she did to Beth. She left her for dead. Stabbed her in the leg. But it was definitely better than what she did to Beth. She stabbed her in the throat. And I do get she did it on accident, but she did it in the worst possible way. Lied and said she was dead. Wouldn't help her. Said she saw her die. She just kept digging herself into a deeper hole. She deserved that death. Doesn't make, Sarah any better than her, but she definitely deserved that death. I will say I don't get the whole monster thing, because they try and explain it. Like, oh hey, they hunt and they bring animals down sometimes. Like, okay, so you're telling me nobody's ever seen it then? Because I think it should have. I don't really like cliches, but at this point, there should have been a cliche where at least at one point in the movie, where they're like, oh hey, there's rumors about creatures being around here or something ridiculous, right? And then another character would be like, yeah, that's ridiculous. Because honestly, if these creatures are going out there and getting animals while they're completely blind and they're just, using their screeching like a bat to find stuff, that's how they tried to explain it anyway. Someone would have saw it and there would have been rumors. Someone would have searched the cave. We do see a lot of dead bodies. There probably would have been caution tape. There probably would have been stuff blocking it off because it was too dangerous or something. But obviously most people wouldn't believe the creatures are real. But you can't really say that these creatures literally leave the cave and hunt animals and bring them down in the cave. You could have just said like the animals wandered in the cave, or people wandered in the cave or stuff. Though at the same time, I really don't see how all those creatures are living off animals. Like, there's gotta be at least 30 of them in there, and I don't think they're getting bears or shit. They're probably getting rabbits and raccoons and squirrels. Maybe foxes. depending on the location. I don't think they ever say where the location is in the movie. So I don't, and maybe possums, maybe a rat or mice, but I don't see like 30 of those creatures, maybe more in there, living off of animals. Though, of course, we saw piles and piles of humans. But you would think that people probably would have been looking in there by now. I get it's a horror movie. Not everything's gonna make sense. But there was piles and piles of bodies. There should have been a bunch of missing persons reports, and there should have been cops looking there and eventually finding the bodies. Of course, maybe the cops were killed. Though we never see a cop hat, maybe a badge. That would have been cool that they would have added that. Hell, maybe even just a gun, and then it's in a gun pouch that a cop would have. But no, the only thing they really do is have drawings on the walls and 100-year-old equipment, which is what is stated by one of the characters. They could have done it better, because I seriously don't know how these creatures haven't been discovered in this. Because they did it perfectly for the characters in this movie. They're this one person, I think it was Juno was playing in the whole first place, was that she wanted to go to this place because it hasn't been named and she wanted to see something new. But she told the police or whatever she signed into, that she was going to a different cave. So if they went missing, cops and stuff were gonna go to a cave that they never even went into. So that's a good reason for these people to go missing and to never be found. But what about the piles and piles of bodies that were in there? Gotta give a bit more reasoning. But it was a fantastic movie if you don't, think too much into it like I do. I still thought it was a fantastic movie. It was awesome. Very entertaining, very amazing. It went by so fast. It was an hour and 40 minutes and it did not feel like it. It was a really good movie. I highly recommend it.